We have technology all around us. It surrounds us. It inhabits almost every part of our daily lives. Our communication, our transportation, our recreation, and our exploration of the universe. So you may be thinking, we live in a truly digital world already. But the truth is, we are only at the beginning stages of this transformation. Come with me on a journey to the future as we discuss our digital transformation. What's going on, everyone? I'm doing something totally different today. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section below. You're watching the one and only Q-tip-extra. The human mind is an amazingly brilliant biological device, capable of collecting, analyzing, and manipulating data from the outside world to form what we know as our perception of it. But our minds are physical, biological items consisting of matter that groups together to form a physical 3D network of neurons in our biological 3D world. Our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, and our memories, all using electrical signals operating over a vast network of physical biological matter, a physical structure that changes, and over time, those changes reshape our reality, our perception. It is with great wonder how such a masterpiece as the human brain exists, capable of creating and evolving our world as we go, allowing us to realize and come up with technical advancements and scopes of understanding the universe that we currently find ourselves in. From the first idea of electricity, to the abstract thinking of quantum mechanics, to the age of the internet, smart devices, virtual reality, and the world we find ourselves immersed into today. With all the digital devices around us, one would not be at fault for thinking we are already living in a digital universe. Even this thought-provoking video only exists to us digitally, with no tangible physical correlation to our biological world. Or does it? At some point, everything we interact with has to exist physically in order for us to directly interact with it. While so much of what we do today exists digitally, let's think for a moment what makes something like this video digital. First, we know it's broken down into a bunch of ones and zeros which are arranged in such a way that they depict the original content. Then, those individual bits of ones and zeros are sent over a network where they are reassembled and then reorganized back into a video to be viewed by you on the other side. But in order for you as a biological being with a physical mind to interpret this digital signal, that signal has to be converted into something physical for you to understand it. A screen or monitor takes digital data and converts it to photons of light, which is physical matter that the brain observes through your eyes and begins to interpret. From this, a picture forms in your physical world depicting a representation of the digital data that it's comprised of. A speaker takes the audio data and converts it into physical vibrations of air particles that we sense through our ears and our brain interprets as sound. Digital data moves on a physical-based electronic network existing in 3D space. That network is made up of physical matter, comprised of mainly copper particles that carry the data. This data is stored in digital storage devices, such as hard and solid-state drives, of which use some sort of physical means to represent a state of 0 or 1. So what we currently have is digital data that is actually running on a physical medium in our biological 3D space. Some would say the similarities between how our brains work and how the digital world operates are justification enough to conclude we do in fact live in a truly digital world already. In a way, this is true. They both use physical medium to electronically transfer and store information and data. But the difference is, as humans, we interact with matter on the biological, physical level. We cannot directly understand the digital data beneath without something to process it to a form we can understand. If I were to open up a hard drive and show you its physical representation of digital data, you would not directly understand what that data is depicting just by looking at its physical structure in its 3D space. It's because of this difference that I say we are currently living in a physical world and not a truly digital one. But we are in the midst of a change. As humans, with our evolving and wonderfully brilliant minds, we are quickly approaching the day of living in a truly digital world. But what does being in a truly digital world mean? What does it look like, and how will it work? Living in a truly digital world means that there are no conversions to physical forms of matter, and thus we ourselves would not directly exist physically. Instead, everything would be represented in their digital forms. Instead of a physical world, our basis of existence would start and exist only in the digital world, made of bits of ones and zeros. Thus, we would have no direct correlation to physical matter. Even if it is operating on a physical system, we would not know about nor be able to perceive that biological world as our own reality. This could lead us down some deep questions about reality itself, which I'm going to sideline for another video topic for another day. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more super awesome videos. With our current technology getting better and faster, and as we learn more about how to make our lives become more efficient with it, we are getting closer and closer to becoming completely digital beings. Virtual reality currently makes it possible for us to step inside a digitally crafted 3D world that is completely separate from the physical one that those bits of data exist in. But even with VR, the device is still converting signals to something physical that our brains interpret as electric signals, and then the brain itself converts it back to what we perceive as a physical world. Imagine if there were no external devices needed to convert digital data to physical data that your brain needs to process. What if your brain could directly interact with those digital signals? Technology is underway right now that is doing just that. We are learning how to interface directly to the brain using only digital signals. With technology like this, our VR worlds will no longer require a headset. Instead, the virtual world could be sent to your brain through electrical signals that it could directly understand. This will be a true VR system, a virtual world completely indiscernible from the real one, a world existing in only a digital format, yet interacting directly with your biological brain in the physical world. Now imagine if your brain itself had no physical properties. Technology is coming that will allow us to convert our brains into digital bits and store them digitally. What if you did this, killed your biological brain in the physical world, and then projected yourself as a digital representation? This digital representation would be you, but a you without physical limits. To interact with a physical world at this point, your data would need converted and projected back into physical matter within that physical world. At this point, you have no definable physical attributes. You would only exist as a set of ones and zeros. You now only exist in a digital world. This is our digital transformation, and only then can we experience a truly digital world. Thanks for watching, have fun, and enjoy.